When we found out that we were pregnant, we were both really excited. We just generally love children and we always wanted to start a family young. But at week 36, I suddenly felt like Nathan wasn't really moving a lot. That night, we decided to head to the hospital, to check. Shortly, a gynae came in and she used the ultrasound machine to scan, and
2 words just came out from her mouth that took our world to a standstill. There was no heartbeat. We felt like we couldn't do anything about it. It was something that we really couldn't understand at the moment.
During circumstances like this, all we could do was to look to God and just pray. We didn't know what was happening, but we know that God was with us.
And the next thing we did was to really reach out to our cluster pastor, let him know about what has just happened. In the next 30 minutes, he actually came down to the hospital to be with us.
Definitely our families were there with us, but because they were also very emotional, and during that period of time, we had a lot of our cell come down to be there to support us.
One thing that meant so much to me was my zone leader. He actually took annual leave just to be with us. He sat there with me. We spoke no words to each other. He's just being around me. I think that really comforts me a lot.
Their presence, being there, more than words, just a hug, it really shows us, how much they love us.
At that point of time, we were leading a cell. The first thought and worry that came to our mind is, how are we going to run the cell? And we also spoke to some of our cell members that came to visit us, and they were really supportive in that time. They were telling us not to worry, have some time to really just rest and grieve. They were just very assuring of us that they would take good care of the cell even when we're not around. As a newlywed and a young couple, having to prepare a funeral for our first child was something really not that I thought of.
Nathan didn't die in vain. His departure with the Lord actually birthed a lot of new things. But one thing that I really learned was that God, He sent His Son to die for us. And many times, we ask and pray, God, we want to know, we want to understand your heart. But I never thought to understand it this way.
So 6 months later, after Nathan's passing, we actually planned for a family trip to New Zealand.
There was one night where we saw the sky full of stars, and I started tearing and asked God, is this what you showed Abraham? And I really just got reminded of the promises that He had for us. Interestingly, actually, I missed my period, but when I took the test, it came out negative, so I didn't think much. A week later, I did a test again and I got a shock. Then I called Amos and I cried, I don't know whether this is real or not. It really shows positive. I was really lost for words. The first people that we told were actually ourselves. We wanted them to be with us, to cover us in prayer as well, and delivered Eden in September 2019.
Throughout this journey, it really helped us to understand how important it is to foster a community of strong friendship. We are thankful for the friends that are around, just calling us, praying with us.
It's definitely a privilege to be part of a cell community. They keep us in check. Being planted in church is one thing, but being planted in a community is another. Words really cannot express how thankful we are for the love and the support that we receive. It is really through these people where we learn and we grow with them, and it's something that is very precious to us.